Welcome to Endurance Sweat, where it's all about training hard and having fun. In this video, I'll be talking about Zwift's fitness trends. It's the first video in a 4-part series I've put together on Zwift's fitness tracking. In fitness trends, we'll take a look at all the performance measures or metrics that Zwift tracks for us, with particular attention to relatively new performance measures, stress points, training score, and status. In part 2, stress points, we take a look at how Zwift measures the physiological impact of a single workout or ride. Part 3 is about training score, a measure of our fitness, and status, a measure of our freshness to take on additional training. And both part 2 and part 3 take deep dives into exactly how these measures are calculated. And part 4, training plans, we'll look at the traditional workouts and training plans that Zwift has offered. And then we'll look at how Zwift is using these new performance measures to make individualized recommendations for day-to-day workouts and managing our training load. There's a lot to cover, so let's get right to it. Let's look at these two reports, one on the companion app and the other presented to us at the end of a ride. I suspect many of you already have a weekly goal based on distance, or perhaps time, or even calories. And now you can also measure your stress points. The weekly goal encourages us to ride consistently. If we tap on weekly goal, we can choose the goal that we want to track. Could be stress points, but also kilojoules, calories, distance, or time. Let's tap on distance. And then we can adjust the goal. Oh, that would be too much. There, 150 kilometers, that's my goal. And then tap on set goal. And now you can see at the top of the screen, we're measuring weekly goal in distance. In this case, I've met my goal. Now let's have a look at the part of the screen directly under weekly goal. It will show your daily progress. So how much you did on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so forth. And you can scroll back to see how you've done in weeks past. The individual days will show how much you've ridden, distance, if you've chosen distance as your weekly goal. Next, another new measure, training score, in the top left-hand corner. Basically, it's a 42-day rolling average of your daily stress points. There's a little bit more to that, but wait to part 3 of this video series. At the bottom is your status. It will tell you if your most recent training is productive, you're improving your fitness, or fresh, maintaining your fitness. Or perhaps you've been doing too much, overtraining, or not doing enough, detraining. Zwift determines your status by looking at your most recent training compared to your long-term training load. We'll get into all the details in part 3 of this series. If you click on that arrow on the right-hand side of the Fitness Trends title, you'll be able to look at 3 graphs. One of your training goals, one of your training score, and one of your status. Okay, let's look at this from the companion app screen. So I'll click on that arrow on the right-hand side of Fitness Trends. And since I've chosen distance as my training goal, the bar graph that pops up is for distance. But I can easily change that to time, kilojoules, calorie, or stress points. And now I'll choose time or stress points. And the default graph is for 3 months, but you can also choose 4 weeks, 6 months, and 1 year. And the next one is training score and your training status. And then if you scroll further down, your current streak on Zwift. On the post-ride progress report, which pops up after you've saved your ride, you can see your performance measures. Your performance report includes your 1-year bests for 5 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 20 minutes. Your current FTP and your current racing score. At the top of the left-hand side is your fitness trends, your progress towards your weekly goal. And underneath the progress bar, you can see how much the current ride contributed. In the middle is your streak totals, a number of weeks that you've been riding on Zwift without a break, or maybe you've used a streak saver. And the distance, meters climbed, and the energy that you've burned during that streak. And then finally at the bottom, your training score, and it will show you how much your training score has gone up or down, and your status. Now you can find a whole bunch of these measures on your Zwift webpage. Some of the measures here include your ZFTP. I don't know why it's different than the FTP that was reported on my progress report. Your ZMAP, or maximal aerobic power, your VO2 max, all of those best performance measures for the last year, and then a power duration curve graph. This one's pretty helpful, and it's not presented anywhere else that I'm aware of. And it shows your power duration curve for all time compared to your last 90 days. And you can access that graph. You can see here it says data and graph. You just click on that graph, and that'll bring up that power duration curve graph for you. Well, there are a whole bunch of measures and metrics that Zwift tracks for us. It's a long list. But for this video, I really wanted to focus on Zwift's new performance measures, stress points, training score, and status. And in the next part of this video series, we'll be looking at stress points, a measure of the physiological impact of a single workout or ride. It's not an entirely straightforward calculation, but we'll get into all the details. I hope you come back to Endurance Sweat to watch it. If this video has been helpful, why, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and by all means, click on that notification bell so you can watch the remaining parts of this video series. And I really appreciate receiving your comments. I respond to everyone. It helps me to know whether you think I've got it right, and your feedback helps to guide future videos. Okay, let's all train hard and have fun.